celebrating 75 years.
Welcome back. It's tax season, and people have been marking those forms ever since the IRS started income taxes back in 1909. Now, it was always expensive. Utah also started income taxes, and residents were paying nearly $3 in state income taxes 90 years ago. ABC4's Craig Wirth and a longtime accountant give us the history of taxes. It's tonight's Wirth Watching.
Well, it's time to be finishing up those old taxes. Oh my, all these little boxes to fill in. Yeah, that isn't new. They've had those forms for over 100 years. Yep, that's a 1040 from back then. And ever since, the average Utahn paid $3 in state taxes in 1932. And all those questions that come back to haunt you in an audit. Like in a 1920 Herald article, can I deduct the price of my mother-in-law's funeral? By the 1960s, the IRS had space age, fancy machines, and peppy music to catch you if you tried.
Information is recorded here in the computer room on master tapes. Checked for mathematical accuracy, sent to the National Computer Center.
Now you're not going to get past the machines. Don't underestimate them.
These machines are things of gleaming, varicolored metal and numerous flashing lights.
Need they say more? I do mean numerous flashing lights. You can't beat a system that has flashing lights, and one button gets you.
Most of these complex machines are placed in operation by the simple push of a finger.
You are found right on the button. And don't even try to deduct those bad acting lessons you paid for to get into an IRS film. CPA Gail Anger has done tax work for decades. He's seen it all.
After they started having to put the Social Security numbers down, I had a friend of mine call me up and he said, Gail, what do I do? I've been claiming my dog, and will it raise a red flag if I omit him now?
You see, the machines will get you because you cannot deduct even living creatures who don't have Social Security numbers. As the IRS says, tell it like it is. The IRS tells you how. Just deduct lines 2 through 10 and take 6% and add your age and then subtract 20 for no reason. Then it used to be you made a dash to the post office by midnight. Gail, the CPA, says it's still a dash, but not to the post office.
Most returns today are e-filed, and so you don't have that rush to the post office. You have the rush to the computer to send them off, hit the send button.
Now your taxes are at the IRS. Okay, I do want to say the IRS folks are really nice people. The ones in Ogden, well, they're our swell neighbors, and I'm not just saying that because I might be a little bit late, or my dog's Social Security number might be a digit or two off. Now I know folks have not liked taxes over the years. Well, this is a 1929 cartoon, but it is not the IRS folks' fault. Nope. So make sure you're on the good reel this year in the IRS computer, because they have the machines. Well, a lot has changed in taxes. Two of the biggest changes. Number one, it's a lot harder to illegally deduct your dog. And a good thing, you don't have to stand in line anymore on tax day at the post office at midnight. You can e-file. Craig Wirth, ABC4 News.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast. Weather Rate certified 11 years in a row.
All right, Nate, the past few days we've seen wind, we've seen rain, some snow, and some sun. What can we expect over the next few days?
It was still a little chilly this morning. Temperatures were right at freezing at our house, but we are going to warm up, Sarah. So we'll get away from the real bitter cold temperatures. You can always get, of course, the cold, the snow up in the mountain areas, but even there, we're seeing those warmer spring conditions out on the resorts. Last day today for Cherry Pig. They closed the doors for tomorrow. For Powder Mountain and Nordic Valley, last day to get some runs in will be tomorrow as well, as they're going to close up shop. Snow Basin next weekend will be the last day, along with Deer Valley, Alta as well. Some Brighton extending all the way into May 29th. So you still got plenty of time to take advantage of the record snowpack that we do have. Look at how much melt that we saw with that record high that we had this last week of 83 degrees. So April 8th, we peaked at 30 inches of snow water equivalent across the state. Now we're down to 27.6 inches. Still a lot of moisture up there, of course, but we dropped quite a bit. And we're going to continue to fall. Notice this is that time of year when we see our peak snowpack start to taper off or dwindle off with the warmer temperatures and the higher sun angle. Of course, all the snow has chipped away heavily at the drought conditions. This is a look at where we stand now with the latest drought monitor updates. So only 7% of the state still in the severe category, none in the extreme or exceptional drought conditions, which is great news. But we still have quite a bit in moderate and dry, abnormally dry conditions across some of the state, but far northern portion of the region, the Wasatch Mountain area is not included in that, as well as the southeast corner. So good to see that as well. Avalanche danger last week was high with the hot temperatures. All the snow that we had the week prior, about 4 feet at some of the higher elevations. We're actually low right now. Into tomorrow, we'll continue to see fairly decent avalanche conditions, but they'll degrade into Monday, Tuesday with warmer temperatures. And we have a little bit of snow coming later in the week, or early in the week, but later in the forecast as well. Temperatures then warming up. Low 70s will be about 10 degrees above normal Sunday and Monday. Of course, with the warmer temperatures, we're looking at increased runoff and snow melt. So more of our rivers and creeks are going to be swelling with some of that increased moisture, as well as we'll see some showers on Tuesday with a cold front. So we're going to add additional moisture into the mix. We'll have a chance of moisture through Thursday. So with the increase in moisture as well as the runoff with the warm temperatures, should see peak flows on Tuesday evening. In fact, watching Immigration Creek with likely going to see some rain here in the valleys, mountain snow, a slight chance of moisture Wednesday, less of a threat Thursday. I think Friday should be in the clear. We'll see partly cloudy skies, but that could exacerbate some of the conditions we're going to be seeing on some of our streams and our river flows. So could see some near flooding stage on some of the rivers, especially Immigration Creek. Southwest flow will bring the warmer temperatures into tomorrow. Moisture will take until about Tuesday, Wednesday to arrive, mainly over northern Utah. Central Utah will see some of the action, but southern Utah should be mainly dry with this next feature that moves in midweek. We will see a drop in temperatures by midweek, but tomorrow we should be in the low 80s, 71 in Salt Lake. Should be a nice day overall. Nice day on Monday as well. Winds are going to pick up ahead of that storm system that's moving in. We'll drop to 69 on Wednesday. Low 70s on Thursday, back up to 80 degrees next Saturday. So it's just a nice roller coaster ride. We drop to the coldest temperature on Wednesday across northern Utah. So low 70s tomorrow and on Monday. Showers, have the umbrella handy on Tuesday. Maybe you want to throw out some of that fertilizer as well Monday, as it should have a nice round of shower activity to get the lawns greening up a little bit. Rain and snow Wednesday, slight chance of moisture Thursday. We see temperatures back into the low 60s by the first part of next weekend with partly cloudy skies. Sarah and Wes?
All right. Thank you, Nate.